Hey YouTube, welcome to Ivan Watch, and here with another sort of deck update showcase type video. If you've been following the channel, you'll have seen that I've done 4 of these before, so each for what did I do? Water first, then I did earth, then fire, wind most recently, and now of course we're moving on to light. So when it got to the light and dark decks that I was sort of going through my deck collection, it became a little bit more difficult because the light decks that I generally run also, well, some of them incorporate sort of maybe a chaos theme, so there's a few darks in there as well, or it's a light theme but with hand traps and stuff, so there's varied attributes there. So what I've got for you here is my pure light decks, but with one exception. So they might have one card or maybe a couple of cards with a different attribute in them, but on the whole the archetype itself is light. So that's what I sort of narrowed it down to. And of course, that's the 7 decks in front of you. Again, we'll go in chronological order as per the order that I actually built them in. And of course, we're going to start things off with my second archetype deck, which is, of course, Noble Knights. One of my oldest decks, one of my most favourite decks, and probably one of the decks that I'm most sort of known to own and use. I've tried to keep it as up to date as possible, but we've got and trying to keep the rarities at a good level as well. So it's the usual sort of thing. Really nice when the Morgan support came out. Those are good additions. So there's the soul card that is not light, of course. All the Noble Arms cards, the Heritage of the Chalice, excellent card. Still got the glories in there. The newer build, of course, has got the Camelot in, including the Round Table. Well, that was the Pharaoh rare Reinforcement of the Arm. It's the only one of those I've got. But yeah, it's a lovely card, that, to be fair. So yes, Noble Knights. Got all the ultimate rares for the Artorigus, of course, Sacred Noble Knights, then some staple sort of rank 4s and the usual sort of rank up options. Those are both ultimate rares, and a couple of nice links just to give us a couple of options in there as well. And then after Noble Knights, or I think it might have been directly after Noble Knights actually, we then put together, of course, the Blue Eyes list. Now, the Blue Eyes list has changed somewhat since I first built it. And of course, this has got, it's out of order, this one, but it's fine. You can see, obviously, this one is got the brand new support. That's newer support as well. Those are the jump promos, Blue Eyes White Dragon himself. That, again, is the newer support, and then some older stuff. But I am running the one, well, sorry, I've got 2 of them, but the one Chaos Max Dragon in my Blue Eyes list, but I think everything else in here is light. All the usual sort of bits and pieces. I don't think there's anything too out of the ordinary in here. I am running the High Ritual Art. I thought that was quite good. There's the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Yeah, I don't think there's anything massively out of the ordinary there, but that's my current Blue Eyes list. I think I profiled it not too long ago, to be fair. It's when the new support came out. This is the extra deck, of course. Light Sworn Dragon, got the new Indigo, that's the Galaxy Eyes, Galaxy package, basically, with the Numeron. Number 100, oh, that's in Quarter Century, that's very pretty. Yeah, got a couple of links in there, obviously the Hieratic Seal, and of course Twin Burst as well. So that's Blue Eyes. And then not a lot of people own a Valkyrie deck, but I do, and it isn't brilliant, I've got to be honest. It's a difficult deck to sort of try and master. It did see a little bit of support in the name of Sigrun, which of course is in here at 3. All the other names are basically 1 because they are very searchable. But I really wanted to put it together because obviously it's a big part of the anime as well. Love this sort of the waifu on a horse sort of artwork. It goes consistently, even down to Valkyrie Seksha, whatever it is, 6th. I think that's what it stands for. That is an edition that was from one of my subscribers, suggested I should go for those. Ride of the Valkyries, what absolute beautiful card that is. Mischief the Time Goddess, that really is Mischief, that card. Valhalla, of course, as well. All the cards in here. Still got the goddesses in here as well, and a few other bits and pieces for support. I mean, like I say, it's not a massively competitive deck, guys, obviously, by any stretch of the imagination, but it's it's still great fun to play. And then these are just sort of you know, a few rank 3, 4s and 5s options. Links, of course, a few options in here as well. Don't think, again, there's anything massively out of order here. But yeah, that's the Valkyrie deck. And then moving on to another deck that not a lot of people sort of tend to look at is my Starry Nights. Now, I've profiled this a couple of times. This, if you haven't played this deck before, is absolutely great. I honestly love it, and the artwork is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I would definitely pick this up. Look at that. The Flame Mail, I think, is probably one of my favourites there. There's the the one you know, challenge to the light rule, of course, but Condemned Witch works really, really well with the deck. Still got over the Chaos Valkyrie. I could do with getting a couple more copies of that, actually. I'd like that. I might toy with that into the BLS deck. That's quite an unusual one as well, but again, works really well in the deck because it's searchable. And then all the spells, Ties of the Brethren. It's the only deck I play this card in. Obviously, Suite of Extras, that's what I was looking for. Forbidden Chalice, Forbidden Lance, Forbidden Droplet, because obviously we can search them off the Condemned Witch. All the Starry Night stuff and a couple of strikes to support. And then this is the sort of newer card for the deck. Came out in, well, this one came out in Mega Pack 24, but I think the actual card came out in Common earlier than that. I can't remember when, but there's a full set of those because it's just, again, cracking looking card. And then it's just a load of sort of appropriate, shall we say, because obviously we're running extra, that's why that's at 7. You know, appropriate cards for the deck, but we tend not to use the extra deck an awful lot in this one. Now this one's a bit of a concoction of my own because obviously we're mixing Magical Musketeer with the runic spells, but obviously Magical Musketeer itself is light, so you know, the monster side of things is all light. I've got a full suite of Magical Musketeer stuff, and the two archetypes work so well together. Honestly, it's well worth looking at if you get opportunity to do so. But yeah, full suite of runic stuff, as you can imagine. And then obviously a few support cards, but you've got the Magical Musketeer stuff in there as well. And of course the extra to go with it. So you've got all the fusions, beautiful card, Hugin. And that's the new one as well, the Sleipnir, the runic mane. Then the magical the maxes, of course, go in there as well, and a few appropriate, again, cards to go in there as well. Magical Musketeer. I don't play with this deck enough. I really need to sort of pick that one up a bit more and learn a bit more. But this one, of course, I've seen a lot of play, a lot of profiles on this channel, so hopefully you'll know it pretty well. This is its current form. Obviously, Exorcisters. I could not wait to get my hands on this when it was announced. I just think it's right up my street, this one. It's a proper Xyz deck. There's the exception to the rule for the light thing. Aratama itself is dark, but Sakatama is still light. Then all the appropriate, oh yeah, 7th Tachyon still in there as well. They've got the thrusts in there, a prosperity, a call by, a harpies, a triple tactics talent, of course, why wouldn't you? All the usual bits and pieces, infinite, we still playing evenlies, and a suite of Dominus Purge in there as well. And then, of course, the extra deck, which majority of which is light as well, but you've got the Magnificas, of course, the Michaelis, the Caspatel, a couple of the others. There's the one that makes 7 Tachyon work for this deck. Got Eclipse Twins, which is a fairly uncommon one, but I quite liked it for this deck. Another Earth Monster, just another rank 4 option, of course. Sky Crisis, Sky Thunder, and SP Little Knight. That's the Exorcisters. And last but not least is another deck that I built that hardly anyone else runs. It's really difficult to sort of judge what's a good profile for this one, because it's really difficult to get an idea on what other people think of it. But it is a light deck because the only two main deck monsters are Dual Avatar Fists and Dual Avatar Feet, and they're both of course light. So I put a couple of three Veilers in there. Are they all the same? There you are. The only exception to the rule on this one is Lord of the Heavenly Prison, because there's a lot of back row stuff going on. The Dual Avatar Invitation is an absolute fantastic looking card, which is probably one of the reasons why I built it. They got Perfect Sync Ioun, Fusion Deployment as well. It's the only deck I play this in. Supply Squad is the only deck I play that in as well. Obviously there's loads of Dual Avatar stuff, Pop Desires, Reinforcement, the usual sort of Scapegoat even, you know, one-off staples. The Dual Avatar Traps are really good as well, and another couple of strikes to go with it. And last but not least is the extra deck, of course, which has seen a little bit of support in the way of this guy. This is the Manifested Ioun. I think it probably needs more than one, if I'm honest, but I'm not sure where I'd take out. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to take out, in fairness. There's loads of stuff that could come out, and these are all the tokens that go with it. You use the tokens all the time. So yes, guys, that's it for my collection of light decks. Thankfully, I didn't go bang on too long. It's only 11 minutes long, this one, so it's not too bad. But yes, let me know what you think. See if there's any. Tell me if there's anything you'd like to see in the future, light-wise. Like I say, I have got other light decks, but it's mixed with more than one other attribute, so I didn't want to include it in this list. But thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you for the next profile. Cheers then. Bye-bye.